Alright, hello YouTube. Welcome back to a bit more Factorio. I have no idea how well the last one did, so hopefully you guys enjoyed the intro. But yes, we're starting Factorio. We've got to be trying to finish I think it's the Space Expansion mod pack, not the Space Exploration mod, or not even mod pack, but Space Expansion mod, which added a sort of slightly harder end goal to the original game. We have a handful of mods, aka the title Semistock. Now we just finished our long insert, which means we can finish the original what we were trying to do last time even. Original idea? Brain. We can finish what we were trying to do last time, which is to start a bit of an iron smeltery. Stockpiling iron, in fact, oh, perfect timing. Yeah, that's just filled up. We're going to need some iron belts, some phantom belts. Yes, we've got crafting speed 10 way up. I like crafting manually and I don't like waiting for it. Now, let's see, space-wise, in terms of building it, I think it might be best building upwards, actually, yeah. Oh yeah, right-click makes 5 of something. Like I say, in the last one, I'm kind of assuming some of the people here are new to the game. So I try to explain things as I go along and mention when things are modded or not, like these modded chutes. Yeah, so downside with these really early chutes, the only ones we have access to at the moment, they don't take any power, which is great. They're not tremendously fast. They're actually not as fast as the belts, so as you can see, there's a bit of a lag getting stuff out. But for now, they'll do perfectly fine. In fact, what we could even do... No, it'll be fine for now. There'll be something we could do for unloading it quicker later, but... So what we're going to do, we're going to make 10 furnaces for now. That'll be fine for the moment. Put them in sets of 2. That will make 12. Even out. You want to do sets of 2 and then leave a gap between. Again, this is just because the design I've worked out. Probably are different methods or better methods potentially, but this is the one I use. Belt all the way up, belt all the way up. And you want your coal next to your material. You can mix them. Go next to each other, you can have like one thing on one side and one on the other, but for this design you don't have to. I thought we just got long inserters. Oh, right. So, normally, you would have a second red type of inserter that reaches an extra block. Because we've got Bob's inserters as one of the mods, we still get that function, we just do it a little bit differently, which I'll show you in a sec. So we're going to want 4 more. You'll want an inserter. Make sure it's facing the right way. You rotate things with R. And what you're going to want to do is Shift-E, pick up tile there, drop tile there. So it'll pick up a tile thing from here rather than here, and it'll put it here rather than here. Now you could do from there to there, but with this mod it takes the inserter a moment to shorten. So I actually find it usually quicker to just let it arc all the way around and not have to go backwards and forwards. But you're going to want to alternate. So you can see also if you press Alt, you can see the arrows are in different places. You're going to want to alternate it. So Shift right click will copy the settings. Shift left click will paste them. So you're going to want every other one reaching from further away, and you're going to want to do the same on the other side. And this will mean that they can be loading both fuel and ore at the same time. We want to power it, and this is why we leave the gap by putting we put it there. We're putting a power pole there between each of the 2 pairs. As you can see, it's kicked in, and it's powered, and all of those furnaces are making iron plates. Then it is a simple case of unloading it. And take our actual building. We'll leave a bit of space for expanding it later because we're probably going to want to. This will just do for now. It's still early days, but yeah, generally, don't be afraid to use space. There's always more space. There's only so much you can do if you let everything get cramped up. It'll really hurt later on down the line because you'll have to rip stuff out. And you'll want one of these for each one, unloading them. At the end, what we can do, and again, we might have to rip this out later, but it's not too bad. Join them up. Another chute and a chest. There we go. Stockpiling iron. Look at that. Look how fast that's making that compared to this little setup down here. We might as well even just pull this straight out and not be generating extra pollution and potentially attracting more very angry alien bugs. Just pick these up as well. Plus we may end up with some junk iron ore in our inventory, but what we can do is add these two here and just fill them manually. Set them off running in the meantime, and we'll expand this up while we're here. But you've got the general idea of how the setup works now. No, we're out of stone. I have to go and get some more. We should also, and thinking about it, we should get the research going again, because we're going to want... I want a few things. I'm going to say we're going to go for nanobots next. Because this will help us by allowing us to effectively copy our setup to get things going a little quicker for copper. There we go. Again, nanobots is a mod. It basically lets us do something we would be able to do later in the game anyway, just do it way earlier at the cost of using some resources to do it. So, not actually anything technically new, it's just we have access to it earlier than we should. Again, stock-ish. Kind of how stock you go with Factorio really is just a matter of debate, honestly. There's a lot of very good mods at any rate. I don't think anyone's going to argue on that. Let's refuel that stone drill and grab whatever it's been making. Just check it's not a million. Yep, you might notice something stacked to different amounts. Iron only stacks to 100. Stone, I think, stacks up to 800, I want to say. Might be 500. I cannot remember. Okay, so these are a little too close to the end. If we expand it like that, coal will run off the edge. So what we'll do is we'll actually have the two run into each other. And they'll just stop in the middle there. That'll just stop it. Whoops, wrong way around. That'll stop it leaking onto the other belt. How many more do we need? Need a few more after that as well. Yeah, we'll just copy what we've done already. Ooh, okay. We'll need to use one of our other new things here. Actually, yeah, we made some last time, didn't we? Yeah, to do these. These are underground belts. I don't think I need to explain much more than that. Yeah, they let you go underneath things. They actually have a bigger reach than that, but I'm just going to do those as short for now. But yeah, they let you go underneath stuff and build things on top of things, go underneath your machinery or belts that are already in the way. They're generally very useful. We'll be using those throughout the whole playthrough too. Again, these are not running because they haven't got the thing set up, so we'll go as before. And we might find, yes, that the iron ore is not coming out fast enough. Fuel all of these. That is simply the nature of the chute not putting out enough. So what we will do, there's a way we can kind of cheat this. We build a couple of splitters. These will allow it to split again when one's full, or whatever. If we do input priority left, and we connect those two up, what this will do is when this one's full, if it can't input fast enough, it will output to the right instead. So the right and the left will both be trying to input to that one side. It will accept input from the left first, which should drain the box. And then it will output from the overflow here. Input from the overflow here. So this should basically slightly speed up how quickly we get iron in. Now it'll still be limited a bit. Yeah, you can see the ones at the end are starting to run a bit more now. Now I assume this will start to... Yeah, this one is draining slightly faster than it's filling, so eventually that one will drain. And we can just replace this with a corner. Although what we could also do... We have a few more resources in general, is we can also expand the mining to be a bit more powerful. In fact, I'm going to finish that row, I think. Finish it enough anyway, that'll be fine for now. We have power to spare for the moment, I will check that in a minute. Yeah. We're now up to about 1.9 megawatts. So as you can see, your power use can go quite quickly. Can grow quite quickly, I should say. You see the belt looks a lot more full now. We're making plenty of iron. Now, like I say, we're going to want copper as well, so we're going to want to sell, well, quite literally copy our setup. Now, most of that we can't do just yet, but what we can do is set the electric mining drills up, so we will do 20 and do a bunch of belt. Oh yeah, electric mining drills we will put on here as well. Unlike the burner ones, we'll actually be using a decent amount of these. I'll leave that running for now because we're not going to don't want to start that just yet because we don't have another active source of copper just yet. Now this one is not quite tall enough, so what we can do is start another row. As long as some of that blue is over the patch, you'll still get something out of it. And what we'll do is we'll run it one further along. That's the lead gap for the electric poles. And back up there. Again, same power method as before. Skip every other one because it will power the sides. Actually, we can leave that one because that's where there will be a thing later. But yeah, that's why we do the ones here, because as you can see, it doesn't quite go far enough to bridge over the top. I'll do it here as well, just in case. Would also be nice to see, so we might do some lights as one of the next things. Watch that gap. Stuff over to here. Now, how wide is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Hang on, so there's 6 across, so we'll go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. The ore is going to want to be there, I think, if I'm getting that right. And the hole is going to be there. There we go. And it'll be what, 4 gap, I guess. 1, 2, 3, 4. Never actually measured this. We'll use this for just sizing out at the moment anyway, the copper setup. And once the nanobots are researched, we'll start that going. So it's coming along nicely. We'll use some of the spare drills to accelerate our basic copper production for the moment. We've still got them. They haven't gone anywhere. We did pick them back up again. There's a little bit of waiting around with Factorio. It does depend a bit on where you are, but you will sometimes get to moments where there's nothing you can really do for the moment. But as you can see, things have improved in complexity quite a bit, quite quickly. Like, we've already got like a basic automated setup, but if you look at the amount of iron we've got in that chest, we've got 1.1 thousand already. Think how quick that is compared to like half an hour ago. And we don't have to do anything. Remember, it took us like, what, a couple minutes to like mine 9 iron. So yeah, automation is the way to go. Especially since it will do it while you're not paying it any attention. How many of these do we actually have? I don't think we've got anywhere near as many as the copper, and we probably won't have more. I think that's 5. I want to get this up to at least equal. We can do that in the meantime while we wait for the research to be done. So, they're only just on the iron, but they will still mine it. Yeah, they are in there. Mine's up. There we go. That's the amount on each, I think. Yeah, it just looks a bit weird because they're at a different angle. Might actually be filling up slightly faster than using it, or at least... No, it should still be draining faster, right? Okay, we've got nanobots. Can upgrade them later on, but we won't worry about that just yet. So, what's next? Let's have lights or... No, we'll have automation. Oh, we do still have the long handle inserter. Right, it is there, it's just another alternative, I guess. So we're going to want a nanobot emitter, and we're going to want construction bots. Thermite bots will pull things apart. We want the ones that build stuff. Yeah, so that will, I believe, construct stuff that we blueprinted out. And speaking of, let's do that now. So we're going to make our first blueprint. So click that button to make one. Drag, select over what you want to copy effectively. Consider this as a copy-paste button, basically. And yeah, there we go. We will call this our early furnace stack. Meltifies stuff. There we go. Now have a blueprint copy that we can use to quickly put down a ghost for something. Now I believe if we then switch to the nanobots. Yeah, they're building things for us. I think the spacebar firing nanobots, I think that is like a repair gun mode, I think, on reflection. Yes, once we're in range of whatever it is it can build, it'll do it for us. You do gain the functionality to do it effectively this later on. This just lets us do it way earlier and way easier. Well, not easier, but it lets us do it way earlier. It's a big boon for getting started early with big projects. We have used up all the nanobots though. And this is the downside, they do use up quite a lot more resources. One we get later on, then use power, and that can be free if you set your equipment up right. So yes, we'll need to. That's why we've boosted our copper a little bit, because we need some. I actually haven't used the nanobots for a while. I didn't realise they were actually this material hungry. I don't think it's a problem, but because they are a very strong ability, but it's going to make a ton of inserters because we need lots of those. You can switch weapon with tab. Oh, we're at those already, are we? We also want a couple of these throughout this end. And yeah, I guess we just want a ton of inserters. Let's grab a bunch more iron. Yeah, don't worry about the stockpile, that'll build up reasonably quickly again. Build back up, I guess I should say. Oh, we've got a biter. They're off. Okay, yeah, so switch to your weapon and hold space and just point it in the right direction to fire. Yeah, so that was our first biters. So we've found them now, or they found us, I should say. We're going to save now, just in case. So let's grab our copper. Yeah, so that's the health bar for those things. If that goes to 0, your stuff blows up. We need some turrets in. We don't have bullets for research yet. We might have to make do with the dart turret, which is a really basic early game turret. How are we looking on research? We haven't really researched it at all. Because we haven't put anything in it. Okay, yeah, we're going to go for gun turret instead. I'm going to skip ahead a little bit. Then we'll put automation in. So we're going to need 20 to do both of those. Now we have automation up. Oh, wait, did we get automation? No, we didn't get that. Okay. I don't want to make some bullets then. I don't even think we have repair packs. No, we do have repair packs. Okay, so repair packs. Let you fix stuff. Left click on it, it'll fix it up. But obviously, we can't be sticking around defending this like random pair of miners all the time because we might be, 5 minutes across the other end of the factory. So that's why we're going to go for gun turrets. I've also realised, yes, they don't have holes on this side of the blueprint, so that's something I'll have to keep an eye on. Any of those, so as many as we can get. We are producing copper now, so we can get some from this this end of the factory. Speed things up greatly. We might even automate nanobot production to some degree to make stuff easier to keep up with. Let's also automate putting it into a chest, so I've got somewhere to get it out of. Oop. So we're not wasting for it? Waiting for it. I look on power consumption. These arms do use power. Yeah. Power consumption is getting quite high now, so we'll have to improve our generators in a sec as well. But first things first, gun turrets. Let's set up 4. We only have access to wooden fence, so we'll have to use that for now. It's pretty terrible, I'm pretty sure, but we'll do. So we were attacked here. So we'll put 4 gun turrets down. Don't worry, they can shoot through each other. Full of ammo. Ammo will automatically go into your weapons down here if you've got any ready, so before it goes into your inventory. Wooden fence. Yes, really. That'll have to do for now. So that will be a little bit resistant to attack because the defense will take damage before the guns do. And it'll shoot them down. Do we want to research next? We could go for military to unlock a slightly more powerful handheld weapon. Is that what we really want next? Or stone wall? Yeah, we'll probably want to do stone next, so we'll do stone wall. So we're going to want a third one of these, but this one isn't going to be for metal. This one is going to be for stone bricks. Big, 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 big. I like that sound. The other thing with the later version, nanobots is actually quicker. Well, I think you can research to improve the nanobots themselves. Let's get a bunch of those thrown in there, and then we can research a couple of cheap things. Yeah, we'll have lights after that. What else have we got that has 10? We'll do a basic vehicle. Normally, you don't get vehicles till much later. Again, modded stuff. I like my mods. Honestly, I'd like to be able to mod for this game myself someday, but it's a bit on the complicated side. The iron chest's already full up again. As said, it's nice and quick. Both machines are running at full. Excellent. That means they're running at full capacity. Yeah, you can see the pollution is starting to build up too. Oh, right. That's what we're going to improve. Yeah, we can add in a bunch more of those. Oh yeah, there's the long-handled inserters, yeah, so those are longer by default. Yeah, you don't have to use the bombs inserters at all, they are normally a bit longer anyway. I tell you what, I'll make it up to around 5 since they fit. Oh, yeah, one other mod we have on as well is Squeak Through, that lets us like move through, or just like squeeze through certain gaps. Makes it a lot easier to get around the factory in general. Is that right? Should be there, shouldn't it? Yeah. Yep. And power capacity just jumped up to 9 megawatts, so we're perfectly fine for power at the moment. So biters, just while we're on the subject of biters though, they will be attracted to the point of highest pollution, so those will be the bits we'll want to defend. And now we've got assembly done. Let's automate a bit of bullet production. So assemblers will make things automatically once they've got a recipe and they've got the materials they need. Bullets, they only need iron plates, so make me bullet. Of course I can handcraft them faster, but it saves me having to click repeatedly and whatnot, and we can feed them automatically. Actually, we could do that now, but I'm not going to worry about it just yet. They are quite resource hungry, those nanobots. Don't stand on the belt. Funny as it is. As you can see, you can get carted around by the belts as well. You can also control click on the box to take everything out of it. Oh, we actually have enough to do the whole lot. I say we probably won't have enough space for all of them, but apparently we do. Oh, we will need some more electric poles though, so we'll need a bit more wood. Over to the tree harvester. Yes, as you can see, nanobots just speeds things up a lot. Just being able to do the automatic construction so much earlier on. Like, you can do it all manually, it just takes a lot longer. We have vehicles done. Let's do, if we've got any science left, let's do military 1 if we can. There's more tiers of that. More weapons, stronger weapons and whatnot later on, but level 1 will be fine for now. So wood again, probably the quickest way to do it. I believe the healthier trees do give more as well. Yeah, it's on average. Trying to leave those where we can, because they will absorb some pollution. Clearly have attracted biters that are coming from the south east, I suppose it will be. So, try and get those replaced as soon as we can. Oh yeah, we can have our own vehicle now as well. So we're a bit quicker than wandering around on foot. It's a whole, this is from the AAI set of mods. It's a basic little dump truck basically. It holds a bit of stuff, it's quicker than walking. It's cute. It is very basic. Oh shoot, those biters again. Ah, they're eating something. What are you eating? Where are you? Oh, they're over there. They're eating the mine. Oh boy. Get her off. Fresh like that. Oh, there. Oh, one thing. No, I don't think we're going to be eaten by biters this early into the playthrough. Respawn. Oh, they're eating the lab. We'll be able to get our stuff back, but yeah, as you can see, you've got to be careful with the biters. They can pull apart your base worryingly quickly. You do respawn with some ammo. Come on, get down there. Oh, they've eaten the power lines. Yeah, the base is shut down. Where are they? Are they still here? There you go. Ah, no, they found the gun turrets. Yeah, as you can see, the gun turrets are actually quite potent, but yeah, because we weren't there to help. This side of the base got pretty mangled. Oh yes, one of the other mods we have is actually, yeah, hang on, we can just forgot about that. Yeah, because we've got that, we can repair stuff automatically as well. But we've lost all those resource packs, which is annoying. But yeah, military's done. That's good. We're going to need it. Give me that submachine gun. It's just better than the pistol. There's no downside. Is the connection's still dead. We clearly need to put some defences on this side. Get this out of the way as well while we're here. Theoretically, that stuff should be, yeah, starting up again. So, I've got a couple more nests in, and hopefully the ammunition machines have been making bullets. Little green circle there shows their range. Yeah, so that's why I've been a bit paranoid about the biters, because they really can rack up your stuff very quickly. Can turn a lot of progress into a crater very quickly. What do we want next? We'll go for the next major step we have to do industrially, which will be steel. Right. We also now have access to lamps. I had to put a few around the place, and they do exactly what they sound like they would. Ding. You can see a bit more easily. Night. Now we do have a mod that adds them into the electric poles, and I probably should just be using those, but for now we'll just dot a few around. Light the place up a little bit. Not tremendously dark at night normally, but a little bit of lighting won't hurt. At least around the main areas. Right, let's get this back up and running as well. Just to get this up and running in general, at least built. I think that is ready to go. So we'll connect this up to both those gun turrets. I will do some more work on them in a minute, but we'll get these running first. So as before, we'll leave a gap there. Doesn't really matter which side we connect the fuel up to, as long as it's one of them. Fuel connected, and we will want stone. Out of the way. Yeah, that yellow exclamation mark down there means fighting's happening. I think they found one of the gun. Yeah, they ran at the gun turrets and got shot down. They got shot before they reached them, but we're going to want walls up as soon as we can. And that is why we're mining stone now. So, because you can build walls to keep the biters out. And they are pretty good. They're usually reasonably tough, but we'll need stone for that. And specifically, we'll need stone bricks. So, what we'll do here. Technically, there would be one in both spots. Slightly awkward because they're a bit offset. The reason we can't put them there is because they'll be overlapping. Both resource patches, which will mean they'll start to mine mixed quantities of the resources, and that's not usually great. That means you then have to start sorting the belts and like overdoing the throughput and things. It's just a pain. Just don't do it if you can avoid it. Well, unless you like that sort of thing, which maybe you do. Okay. Alright, and then we want there, don't we? Well, we had this thing last time, didn't we? Your game. YouTube. And in fact, if we set up a box to store this, I think that'll actually be where we'll be ending this episode. Yeah, we've got a little bit more up and running. We've seen what biters will do to us if we're not careful. Which is exactly why I've just realised we've not powered this up. Why we're getting this set up now, as early on as possible. The biters won't leave you alone forever. Again, because we're not anywhere near a forest, we're actually having a bit of a harder start because there's nothing to absorb the pollution. I'm actually surprised how much is being generated. Is this normal? Anyway. But yes, I think that'll be where I end that episode. Hopefully you've enjoyed. That'll start to make stone bricks as it gets to the top. I do make games as well as playing them, so if you want to support the channel, give them a look. I believe there'll be a sale on for a few of them soon. Wink, wink. I'm gonna be setting that up. And I'll see you guys in the next one.